of the right kind and at the right position at the right time. That is a sales job analysis. And what are the various rules, regulations, as well as the responsibilities assigned with a specific job, so that the best outcome can be expected, because a lot of energy and resources are being utilized, are being invested in a person whenever a company decides to hire a person. So in order to make that investment fruitful, the hiring has to be done in an immaculate manner. And in order for that to be immaculate, a thorough analysis is done of what kind of job is available and what kind of job is expected to be achieved. After the job analysis, it is identified whether we have to start with the recruitment or not. Now, there are some forms of recruitment which can help an organization to hire the people internally, hire the people who are already aware of the culture of an organization, and where they don't have to incur any extra expenses. Alternatively, if that condition is not fulfilled, if that access is not there, then yes, they have to switch to the external mode, which we all are aware of and which we covered. These were the individual parameters and methods through which internal and external recruitment takes place, and we covered each of them in the previous class. Are we clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, before we start with the selection process, let's just understand what are the main points of difference between the two concepts. So as I mentioned earlier, recruitment is considered as a positive process in comparison to selection, which is called a negative process. Why is it called a negative process? Because I also give an example of the placement drives that take place in your college, and whatever message that is forwarded to your group according to any opportunity that is there in the market, we are inviting everybody to come and sit in the placement drive to apply for available position in a company, right? We are not discouraging anyone to apply or not apply. So it is a positive process, because in the initial stage, the company is building a rapport with all the expected recruiters. अब जो भी लोग रिक्रूट होंगे, उन्हें नहीं पता कि what will be the scrutinizing process, how grilling it's going to be, whether or not there's going to be an aptitude test, whether or not there's going to be a medical test or a voice and accent test. Irrespective of what kind of tests they have to go through, they are not negative about it because they have been called to apply. So whenever we are inviting someone to apply, it is termed as a positive process. There is no छाटना नहीं होता उसमें. We are not asking anyone to leave unless and until they do not meet the basic criteria, right? So selection is a negative process, because in that process, if we have 100 applications, we have to only isolate 10 among those 100. So we are being very specific, and we are being very choosy in what we have to forward for the remaining rounds. And that is why it is called a negative process, because eventually you have to give the bad news to the applicants who cannot proceed further. Okay, so the meaning, I guess we are clear on it. Recruitment is an activity of establishing contact between employees and applicants. As I mentioned earlier, that in recruitment, the company tries to build a rapport with the applicants, and it also actually gives a very positive impact on the company and a very positive influence. Why? Because it gives an idea to the company of how popular it is among the applicants. If there are a lot of interested applicants who are willing to work at a specified position, it means that you are favored among probable employees in the market. So this gives you an idea of where you stand as compared to your competitors, and what is the general impression in the minds of the people who are looking for jobs that you have to offer. What happens in selection? It's a process of picking up more competent and suitable employees. Now, when we are simply inviting applicants, we are not talking about their competency or how capable they are, what is their general skill set or caliber. If someone is walking into a room to simply hand over their resume, their curriculum vitae, we are not analyzing them. We are simply accepting their interest. we're allowing them to participate in our selection, in our recruitment process. However, when they are through that stage and when they are on to selection stage, then they have to undergo a series of competent analysis tests that decide whether or not they are fit to work in that specific company. So that competence level and the suitability analysis is not done in recruitment, but it is done in selection. What is the objective of recruitment? It encourages large number of candidates for a job. It's actually creates a sense of employment in the minds of the applicants. उन्हें लगता है, yeah, so they have this impression that we have a lot of positions to apply for, and a positive connection is made between the company and the applicants, and irrespective of whether or not the person is selected, if the company is providing a conducive environment, good infrastructure, good welcoming approach, the staff who is conducting the the recruitment drive, if they are positive, if they are constructive and cordial, then the employee, not employee, basically the applicant leaves with a very positive note about the company. And the word of mouth is a great influence in this corporate sector. तो वहां पे अगर एक अच्छा इन्फ्लुएंस, अच्छा इंप्रेशन अगर कोई लेकर जा रहा है, तो आपकी कंपनी के बारे में वो अच्छा इंप्रेशन देंगे, बिकॉज गुड कंपनीज आल्सो टेल यू व्हाई यू आर नॉट प्रोसीडिंग टू द नेक्स्ट राउंड, instead of simply saying that you're not proceeding to the next round. So how you are managing the recruitment process, how well you are utilizing that opportunity to connect with the people out there in the market, it all gets clarified in the recruitment process. But what is the objective of selection? At rejecting unsuitable candidates. In recruitment, everybody is the same, suitable and unsuitable alike. But in selection, the unsuitable ones are sent home. They are either informed that these are the parameters where you did not succeed, and this is why we are asking you to apply maybe elsewhere or at some other point, or you do these improvements, you do these changes in your profile, and then maybe we can consider you. So they are scrutinized and they are screened. Basically, we have to be more isolated in terms of our choice. Hurdles. The candidates don't have to cross over any is not being met. There is no other parameter based on which we can ask an applicant to not give their resume. We are inviting, we are welcoming all the people who are interested in the jobs that we have advertised for. However, under selection, there are several hurdles that have screenings, multiple rounds. There is a general round, and there's an HR round, and there's a round with the company's executive. And these rounds, the intensity and frequency of these rounds, they vary from company to company. Some companies have such rounds on the same day. Some companies have on a separate day. And at times, even when you're in college and you have cleared 2 rounds, the third round actually takes place in the company. So they tell you to make an appointment and visit the company at a specified date to complete the selection process. And after the selection process is done, a reference check is also done. In good reference or a good